right, everybody, welcome back. I feel like it's been a while since I recorded, but I know it's probably only been like a day and a half. But I think it's mainly because of the time schedules, and like I recorded that video like super late, but whatever. Um, I've done a lot, honestly. Actually, I could say I've done a lot. Probably the most configuration that I've ever done on a Linux install that I've had. Um, a lot of it's still just like default configurations that I've just kind of cleaned up and taken what I needed and stuff like that. But some of it is actually some work I had to figure out how to do and stuff like that. Well, by work I mean a lot of Google. So let's just get right into it. Let me swap over here. Alright, so the first thing you guys are gonna see is this bar up top. I got a new bar. It's called Polybar. Let me switch over to this desktop. Another thing is my menu. I got it working. I don't think I did in the last video. It wasn't working the way I needed it to, but now this actually searches through everything in my file, in my path, and outputs it. So we're good there. So I could open up anything. I don't know why it does a bunch of multiple entries, probably because there's multiple spots, but I don't care. First we're gonna go to, I think I have GitHub right here. Yep. Polybar. So pretty much just helps you to build bars. That is the default bar, and as you can see I have a little bit of that up here remaining. I didn't change the font colors or anything. That's gonna be next. But yeah. Another thing that I did was I switched my main terminal over to the Kitty terminal. I mainly did that for graphical reasons and easier font management, which I plan on getting into a little more once I learn how to like really configure and use Unicode and stuff like that. But at the same time, what it's also allowed me to do is I've never really used Tmux. I've always been in a window manager, so I never really saw the need. Like I was never connecting to servers that much. So, but for this, what I kind of learned is even on a window manager, a lot of times I'm trying to edit the same things over and over again, and I just open up a terminal and close a terminal when I could easily just have one terminal open on one page. Well, I usually always keep something that's terminal based open, which in this instance is now WeChat. I'm pretty much always starting to keep WeChat open, and what that allows me to do is place this terminal in another tag, and I could open up like all my config files in here, and I could just switch to this tab, and I could make new tabs with this, and I could easily switch between them all. Yeah, I don't know. That's cat was a bad. I don't know, but I'm switching windows. And at first I would have never used something like this, but as I started realizing that I'm editing the same things over and over again, it allowed me to really like work on my like control flow, workflow, control flow. Anyway, we're gonna close this, close that, clear this. And by working on that workflow, what I ended up doing was really trying to get into managing my dot files. I always do this. I think I get to a point where I make a system and I'm good and I make my dot files, and then 3-4 days later I end up deleting my system and restarting, which is what happened this time. My friend made a video and I saw it and I was like, dude, I gotta just start making videos, man. And so that's what I did. And I started off at the very beginning. You guys saw it when it was just white and ugly. Yeah, I mean, it was useful, but lightweight, but it was useless to me. So now, don't mind the ugly colors. It's not a color genius yet, so I'm working with what I got. But what was I going to show you? I don't remember. So what I'm gonna do now is, the last thing I said in the video was I was gonna clean up. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you my dot files. Duh. How could I forget? Alright. So what I've been using is Shamoy. It pretty much allows you to manage your dot files pretty easily. Quick start guide. All you pretty much do is you initialize it. It creates a repository in this folder, and then it gives you commands to interact with the files that you add to this folder. In this case, like if I add my bash rc to my dot files, it symlinks this, like it says dot file. I can't do it. Dot file bash rc is a symlink of my original bash rc, and now I could edit it using this command, and then I can then see the differences, and then I can apply it. So what that allows is I've actually added a key command to open up a new Kitty terminal running the Chesmoy edit command. Shamoy. I always say Chesmoy. Shamoy. So here it is. This is the auto start file for my Herbs Luston. Wow, I said it. I failed. Herbs. As you can see, what I ended up doing was I cleaned up the file. This is the whole file. I took out the key bindings, the theme, the rules, and I left everything that I couldn't really think about what to do, or just it made sense to stay in here. Now the key bindings are actually separated between two things. I have about 4 key bindings that are still in Herbs. And by that I mean being binded by Herbs like they were previously. And then the rest are using a key daemon called SXHKD. And it was made by another window manager creator, BSPWN. And it makes like running custom keys so easy, and it runs like low level, so like you just load it on top. And I might have said that wrong, but it's a separate utility for managing keys, and I'll just show you my file for that. And by learning how to by switching over to this, it allowed me to really actually go through all the key bindings and learn a little more about what they do and how Herbs client allows you to interact with your window manager, because that's all they are. These key bindings allow me to reload this program, because sometimes what happens is the keys get stuck and stuff like that, so it allows me to just instantly kill them in being top, and it will just always be there. So for example, I'm able to I don't even, now that I'm on video, I don't even remember what this is called. I'm gonna have to get back to you, but I'm allowed to, it's pretty much a bash file that reads if there's no space, and it's a key binding. So this is the key binding. See how there's no space? And then if there is a space, which is a tab, so it's just considered white space, it runs a command. And being, I mean, you could pretty much look at, if I super shift Q R C, quit, reload, close. It's, I guess I should be more specific on this video, but I don't know what it is, honestly. I gotta look it back up. And then any command that I was able to run on my terminal, I'm able to put in here. So it made it very easy to test and move all my commands over. Audio keys, same thing. Resizing allowed me to learn another thing, is I can actually like run bash commands, although I have to make it one command, which you can see with this right here, the backslash. I technically made this one command in I assigned a variable, and that allows me to resize my windows. So that was pretty cool. I had to dig for that, and once I found it, it kind of opened up new ideas in my head. I was able to do my mouse bindings the same way. And yeah, pretty much that is it for my key bindings. And so now, technically, I opened up, this is a symlink to the actual file, because this is in my dot files. So essentially what I do is I save this file, and then I open up a terminal, which in LunaVim, I just press Alt-1, and then I could just type Shamoy apply, and then it applies everything that I did to this file, to the symlinked file. Close this, and now I'm done. And then I didn't make any changes. I believe there's just, every time I open that file, one of the folds ends up opening or closing, and I think it's making some nonsense. But that's what I did there. So that allowed me to learn a lot about herbs in itself. So now I feel more comfortable like actually doing a little more configuration with it. And in my next video, I plan on having all my key bindings in SX. I don't currently have that right now. Same thing with like tags and cycling through tags. That's technically a script, but I can't abstract the key bindings out of it yet, so I'm gonna figure out how to do that. Yes, seeing YouTube over here got me. So I managed to fix the scripts that I couldn't get running last time. So I believe, oh, there's the sound. So pretty much copy this link, and I set it up, the script, so that it opens up a little menu, just like how my launcher menu, my launcher script works. So I press Mod Y, I put in the link that I just copied, hit enter. Gotta give it a sec. If this doesn't work, I've been playing with this. There we go. Okay, nice. Right here. I don't know why it's not playing. I just paused it. But oh yeah, it works and it's beautiful. And then I already showed you my launcher. And the cool thing about this is I could drag it anywhere. I could resize it, and it just auto changes. It's super nice. Audio kicks in once I send it focus. I hope that doesn't change anything about the audio and whatever. If this is a silent video, that sucks. I'm still gonna straight up post it too. That's what's gonna suck even more. So I got that working. That was pretty exciting. Now pretty much what I'm doing is I took the inspiration of, I got my little notebook and I'm actually like writing down ideas for all the scripts I have and like drawing like an image and trying to work out the bash even before, like in that direct moment when I think about it, I'm like, oh wow, I learned something, let me write it down real quick. And I try to like think about how I could edit a script and something like that. So trying to get into doing that. There is another program that I've been looking at called NB, which before I didn't really think I was going to be interested in it because it was just doing too much. But now that I know a little bit more about the key bindings and how Herbs opens up windows, and I've learned a little more, now I could see myself utilizing it in a way that it's not so annoying. And it's completely written in shell script, which for me, like right now, that's kind of a big thing for me, having everything in one language so that I feel comfortable learning and seeing how things work in the language that I'm trying so hard to learn. So pretty much it has everything. Encryption, it's plain text data storage. You could filter, pin, tag stuff. You could connect it to Git, Pandoc back conversion, wiki style linking, terminal, NGUI web browsing, inline images, to-do lists, notebooks, folders, color themes, and it has plugins. So pretty much what I'm interested in is the notebooks, because I am in the process of making a blog. I've been making more videos than blogs lately, but I plan on backing this up with a blog. I actually started the blog first, so it's going to be interesting to see how I could intertwine the two. I see how people just do both and just write the blog and then make a video about it, but I'm not really going to do that. I think that for me, since it's more of a learning experience, I'm gonna, like, whatever format I take at the time, I'm just gonna go with that. So if I feel like writing a blog, then I'm gonna write a blog. If I feel like making a video, then I'm gonna make a video. They can possibly overlap. That wouldn't be too bad. But I'm trying to find a lot of things, as you can tell with my workflow. It's very easy for me to drop myself into a terminal, and the more things that I could put into the terminal means the less programs I have to run elsewhere, and I feel like it'll allow me to streamline one type of workflow that will maximize proficiency and stuff. So that's what I plan on doing. And we're gonna see next video. Hopefully I have this up and going, and maybe even it looks like it has some plugins, so maybe I could even plug it into some LunarVim, get that working. That's another thing. Although I am definitely more interested in learning Bash, Lua might become another language I learned just for the sake of Neovent. And I don't really think I have anything else to show. I mean, there probably is, and I'm just not thinking about it. That's the whole process of not really having an organized schedule with all these videos. I do know that I did want to say that the bar that I have up running up top is actually two separate bars on my two different screens. I got rid of the volume and the RAM and the CPU on my laptop screen because there's no point in it being there. So that was another thing. I guess when I have a better customized polybar, I'll show that next time. But for now, I guess I'm probably gonna be done with this video. I gotta learn to switch it back to full screen when I'm kind of done showing stuff. But I guess I'm not in that like vlogging mindset yet. Was there anything else? I don't think so. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.